Hello, Nibby here, otherwise known as Larry Ricker Photographer. Anyway, I just thought I'd do a channel update. I currently am on the start of day 2 of a 2-week Boundary Waters trip. The end of August. Today's August 17th, which I believe is a Thursday. Anyway, that's kind of immaterial for this video, but anyway, thought I would give you an update on what's been going on. Just before I came on my trip, I was able to upload day 2 of my June trip. That was a 6-day trip, so there's probably 4 or 5 parts of that video left to go. Not quite sure if I got enough footage on the last day to warrant its own video or not. So that trip was at the beginning, right at the end of May, mostly in June, early June. In July, beginning of July, I did another trip, went in on the South Cowish-Wee River. This time it was a 7-day trip, so that's going to be 6 or 7 parts probably for that trip. Went in on the South Cowish-Wee, and for those who are familiar with the area, I basically did the Cowish-Wee Triangle, was how it's generally known. Did it in 7 days, so it was a mostly relaxing trip. I did have a terrific thunderstorm the first night, and what was it, the second morning, third morning, something like that, I had a really bad rain shower went through too. So anyway, got those videos to do as well. Like I said, that's going to be about a 6 or 7 parter. And that kind of gets me caught up on my Boundary Waters trips to date. And you'll probably be seeing this video before I start. Well, you'll absolutely see this video before I start showing the video from this trip. Now, one significant thing that happened just after I got back from my July trip, we noticed that one of Sam's fatty tumors was really getting big. It was bothering him to the point where he was licking all the fur off from that area, and it was really starting to look gross. So we took him into the vet, and the vet found out that he had a staph infection, which he explained was not a staph infection in dogs is not the same as in people. But so he gave us antibiotics for Sam to be on for about 10 days or something like that. Maybe, yeah, 10 days I think it was. And so we tried that. About a week later, it wasn't getting any better. So we took Sam back in, and the vet said, "Oh boy, I thought for sure this would be gone by now." So he had to have surgery done. In the process of doing that surgery, they found out that he had an infected gland in that area. So they took the fatty tumor out, said that there's no chance of it being cancerous or anything, so, and fixed up the gland, got that all drained out and everything, put him on antibiotics again, and of course sewed him all up. Well, this was right on the rump, so it's an area where the skin is kind of tight, so he said the stitches were going to have to stay in for quite a while. Unfortunately, Sam started unraveling those stitches, so we had to take him back in, get him stapled, Had to get in one of those collars to keep him from looking at his wound, worrying his wound. And now, so anyway, it was, and because of the area it was in, the vet said that the stitches would have to stay in at least a week. Well, that brought me beyond the start of this trip, and it also, even once the stitches are out, I would be kind of wary about bringing them out here, just in case it split open again or something like that, or he had some other kind of problems, issues associated with it. So it was obvious he wasn't going to be able to come with me. So anyway, he now is scheduled to have his stitches out next Tuesday, and by the time I get back home, he should be pretty well healed up. I should be able to take him to Chester Woods at least and things like that, but I think his Boundary Waters trips for this year are over, considering that this is probably the last one I'm going to go on this year due to other circumstances. So anyway, once I get back from this trip, I have about a week turnaround time before I head up to Ely for the Harvest Moon Festival. So I'm going to be doing about a bunch of printing and packaging and labeling and organizing and all the rest of it for that trip. Also, the 1st of September is when we move into we being Southeast Minnesota Visual Artists, moves into our new gallery. Since I'm the president of that group, also known as SEMVA, I'm going to be extremely busy throughout September getting things organized, not just at the gallery level, but at my own personal level. I've got a lot of stuff I got to get organized to display in the gallery, and that activity is probably going to continue well into October. So I'm not sure how frequently I'm going to be able to work on videos and get them uploaded. There may be more of a time lag than what you've become accustomed to. I'll try to get one out every week, but I'll get this one posted as soon as I get done with this trip, as soon as I can after this trip, so you know what's going on. But the videos are going to be coming at a slower pace. But that means that all these videos are going to stretch well into the winter, so you'll have something to do on your winter days, watching my videos, dreaming about next summer. So again, this is a 2-week trip I'm on now, so that means it's probably going to be, it could be close to 14, somewhere around 14 segments, depending on whether I combine days or not, those type of things. But yeah, a lot of videos to come, just don't know how frequently I'll be able to do them, but I promise they're coming. So I think that's all I have for now. Thank you so much for watching. I thank you to those who have subscribed to my channel. Many thanks to those who comment and like and all that kind of good stuff. I really appreciate it. That's what keeps me going. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do so now, and that way you'll know when I do start posting again. And we'll see you in the next video. Well, here I am again with an update to the update. As you can see, I'm not out in the Boundary Waters anymore. Somewhere, somehow, on about the 4th, 5th day of the trip, I hurt my leg somehow. So I ended up spending a couple extra days base camped, hoping my leg would get better. And it didn't. So finally I decided I might as well head for home and cut the trip short. My apologies to those of you who don't like to see me cutting my trip short. But in this case, my well-being was a lot better or a lot more important than finishing the whole trip. So anyway, after 3 days of paddling and painful portaging, I managed to get out of the Boundary Waters. So I cut the trip short by, well, it made it, what was supposed to be a 15-day trip ended up being a 10-day trip. So I came out on Friday. Today's Saturday. Resting that leg as much as I can. Nursing it. If it's not better by Monday, I'll be going to the doctor, or I'll be making an appointment with a doctor. Hopefully you can get in fairly soon and see what's going on. But it's I don't know, some days I thought it was showing some improvement, but then other days it was right back to same old. So we'll see what happens by Monday. But anyway, sorry about that, guys, but I ended up, like I said, cutting the trip short by 5 days this time. And yeah, I'm back home. So, and by the way, you're probably wondering, yes, Sam's doing just fine. He actually had his stitches out this last Tuesday, and the vet was very happy, pleased with his recovery and his healing. And yeah, he's got a scar there, and he's got some hair that needs to grow back, but other than that, he's looking back to normal and just doing fine. So as long as I can get healed up, then he and I should be good to go on future trips. And in case you want to meet one of my other dogs, here's Rosie sleeping on my lap. So that's another one of the 3. And thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. See you on trail, maybe, if my leg gets better.